to Mayor Giuliani before?
Well, I hesitate to make my response all to Mayor Giuliani because, you know, part of what we're really confronted with today is the needs of 21st century policing and law enforcement. And Mayor Giuliani not only has a 20th century vision, but he actually presided over one of the most discredited areas and periods of policing in the city of New York, which is in fact responsible for a lot of the tension that exists between police officers and people in African American communities. The reason it's so difficult for young African American men, for all of us sitting here today, for police officers, is because of what has been revealed in the last 2 years. But what has been revealed in the last 2 years has been the reality in African American communities for decades. It's very convenient to talk about Black Lives Matter because people now know those three buzzwords. I lead an organization that has been at this for 75 years. And my predecessor, who founded the organization, Thurgood Marshall, dealt with the issue of violence of police officers against young African Americans. So this has now been revealed to the American public, largely because of cell phone videos that have allowed people to actually see what's happened. And now we're in this period of tremendous tension when something has been revealed that was formerly concealed. What can we do about it? Well, now we can't pretend that there's some golden age of trust between African Americans and police that we want to return to. If we're honest with ourselves, we're getting ready to do a new thing. We're creating a policing that never existed before. We're trying to create relationships that never existed before. We're trying to create trust where it never existed before. And what's required to do that is to take a fresh look at what it means to be a law enforcement officer in the 21st century. It means being able to open up communication to communities of color, not to lecture them about how they talk to their kids. Parents of African American men and boys are scared to death of their children's encounter with police and encounters with criminality. That happens every day. From every church pulpit, every Sunday, that's what's talked about. In community meetings, that's what's talked about. So when I hear this stuff about, black on black crime and that I heard Mayor Giuliani saying, come into our community, something he has never been quite good at doing, to be perfectly honest. Be in our churches, listen to our conversations, attend our rallies when we talk about peace in our own communities.
Wesley, let me ask you about direct